Hey guys, it's me, Catherine. I'm here to do another video about the best things in New York City to do while traveling or living. Oh, and here's my dog to visit. First thing, these list items may be just particularly fun for me, but I also looked at other websites and saw what people like to do, and hopefully you guys like this list. So I lived in New York City for 5 years. I just moved away 5 months ago to Europe. I've been traveling around. You can follow me on Instagram at catherinewanders. So in no particular order, here we have, here's my dog again. Here we have the HIGHLINE. This is located in the meatpacking district. It used to be an old railroad that was above the city, but then instead they realized, well, since we're not using this anymore, let's make a nice public garden and park. So next is, of course, Rockefeller Center. This is a beautiful building in itself. It is, kind of in the financial district of Midtown. You can do lots of shopping there. To the Lookout Tower, it's called Top of the Rock, New York City. And this is where you can get great views of downtown and uptown Manhattan. And of course, you should go see Times Square. There is no doubt that you should go to New York and not see Times Square. Visiting, but especially if you're living in New York, I think you should definitely go down to the financial district, and then kind of take a picture with the bull and see the New York Stock Exchange. These are, cool, important points in this city. Now, of course, we've all seen it in movies, and it looks like a beautiful, huge chunk of the city, and yes, it is. And my favorite is the boathouse. You can rent some boats, I think as little as, I don't know, I think $15 to rent the boat, and you can kind of have one of those romantic scenes. Which is a gorgeous restaurant. A very cultural hotspot, of course, is Lincoln Center. There you can go to the Opera House, you can go see a ballet, or you can see the orchestra. Also similar to Lincoln Center, this place has been here for a long time, and that's Broadway. And you should definitely see a Broadway show if you have time. The meatpacking district is definitely a place that you should go and visit. There's, of course, restaurants there. They also have Chelsea Market there, which is really a nice place to go shopping for, little vendors, things like this, but they also have great food inside. It's a great place to take pictures. So Columbus Circle is a nice area near Central Park. It's right on the southern west corner of Central Park. The restaurant Robert, and this is where you can get a really nice scene and view of Columbus Circle, and it's definitely a nice dining experience. Definitely see the Brooklyn Bridge. And you can go walk along the promenade on the Manhattan side and kind of take a picture and view the Brooklyn Bridge from below. But you should also take a walk into the center of Brooklyn Bridge as well. Now, of course, there is Soho. I definitely recommend this for those who love to shop. All the buildings are smaller, so you get a little bit more of a boutique-y feel. You can also go to nice trendy restaurants, and you can also see a lot of art galleries there. And of course, from Soho, in walking distance within 5, 10, 15 minutes, depending what area you're in. You can easily get to Chinatown, and you can also go to NoHo, which is also nice boutique shopping, restaurants also, and then there's also Little Italy, which is really great for street fairs, and I definitely recommend that to just walk through at least. Then of course there's Koreatown that has amazing Korean barbecue. My favorite is Miss Korea. They'll cook it right in front of you, and they also bring lots of little dishes. You can do some karaoke there, which honestly is one of my favorites. So hopefully you can sing. Okay, some museums you should definitely see. Of course, the Met, super famous. Definitely worth your time. You can pay however much you want to go in. It is all donations. I really recommend this. And then also there's the Guggenheim. That's kind of a higher fee. And then there's the MoMA, Museum of Modern Art. That is definitely a nice experience also, and I recommend all of those. There's the Museum of Natural History. If you have kids, this is a great spot to go. But personally, I like to see animals also, and the natural history of the earth. Definitely a great thing to go see. The newest addition is the Whitney Museum of Art. I would also see that if you have time. I've been hearing some great reviews, and apparently it's in a really cool new building also. Gardens. There's the New York Botanical Garden, and then there's the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. Definitely worth to see if you're, having a casual day. Just definitely take a look at that. I think you will find it to be very beautiful. Washington Square Park. This is great for people watching. It also has a very famous archway that looks similar to the one found in Paris. This is a nice fountain area too. Lots of people go sunbathing in the summertime. You will definitely also find some people randomly dancing or performing in the center there. The Manhattan Bridge is definitely a great spot to take pictures. There is a nice little hole in the fence that looks over Chinatown, and this is a very famous thing on Instagram. A lot of photographers like to go to that specific spot, but also on the Williamsburg side, looking over to Manhattan, it's a really beautiful image when it's sunset. There is the Freedom Tower. Unfortunately, it's there because of 9/11, but there also is the 9/11 memorial there too, so it's bittersweet. Everyone can pretty much see the Freedom Tower from most different avenues, but it is definitely worth to go to the financial district. Oh, maybe go to the W Hotel. I specifically like that. You can go to the restaurant there, or bar restaurant there, and you can have a nice view of the Freedom Tower. You should go to the Empire State Building. You can pretty much see it from a lot of Midtown area spots, so you can take your pictures around there. I recommend going into the Rockefeller Center to take your photos from above, just because you can get the Empire State Building in your pictures, which I think is a staple. Of course, the Chrysler Building, I would definitely recommend walking around and seeing that, but you can of course see that from Rockefeller Center as well, so there you go. Grand Central Terminal is a place where over 500,000 people walk through every day to get to different parts of New York City or to the outer boroughs of New York. So there's the big clock in the center. A lot of photographers are big fans of this area for that. The Staten Island Ferry is a free ferry. Really great about the Staten Island Ferry is that you have a great view of the Manhattan skyline. Definitely worth it. It's a really surreal feeling when you can see that. the Battery Park, which is in the financial district of the city, and that's where you can also, I think, take a tour over to the Statue of Liberty. Sorry, and it, you know, does represent liberty and justice for all. St. Patrick's Cathedral is definitely a very gorgeous white church. Okay, so I will list some really great places to visit if you're going to go to Brooklyn. You should definitely see Prospect Park. It was the same architectural designers as Central Park. For great views of New York City, you know, Manhattan, definitely go to Dumbo. It is gorgeous, a very iconic area in Brooklyn. Of course, there's Williamsburg. No doubt you should go check that out. There's also Williamsburg waterfront. Not only is it a beautiful area, but it's a gentrified, very cool, chic place. The iconic Coney Island. I unfortunately never went there, but I really recommend it. It is also iconic. It is a beautiful... I hope you liked this video. Of course, there are other places to visit and things to do in New York City. I also think I'm going to do a video on restaurants and also other fun attractions in the city next. So there you go. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment box. Definitely follow me at Catherine Wanders. That's CATHERENEWANDERS on Instagram. I hope you like this video and please subscribe. Mwah.